Yeah, I'm gonna just go straight through with this one. I'm gonna treat it like a live because I'm really gonna say what I think, what I feel, how I'm gonna come at this. Like, what's up, family? First of all, y'all know what it is. Once we all up, it's stuck like that. You know what I'm saying? But I keep seeing this one particular individual. Um, can't even call him a brother or nothing like that. But I keep seeing this one individual. Um, I'm gonna speak my whole piece on this, man. But I keep seeing this one individual on like TikTok and all that with his big mouth and saying a lot of unnecessary, misleading things. I'm gonna just start off with this right here. Let me hit point one. Let me hit point one. Point one off the rip, y'all. If anybody is talking a certain type of black power or anything that's like exclusively black, y'all gotta pay attention to what they are saying in totality. Now, I'm gonna caveat and say, usually on my video, I'm treating this like a live, even though I'm posting this as a regular YouTube video. I'm treating it like a live, and I'm not doing no edits because this how raw I feel. I'm not doing no edits for this. I'm keeping this shit all the way funky, right? This from my heart. This is from my heart. And but these guys like this, when they're allowed to speak like this, they not for us, y'all. Cause we don't live in that world. And I think we gotta first be able to wrap our minds around that we're at war in the world that we live in. And I think to look at someone and ignore it, like, imagine someone telling you that they run a group where they group so powerful they can just walk into a bank and just take whatever money without guns, without nothing. They just show up as they group, show they group ID, and they so powerful they could walk into a bank and take whatever money they want. You would think that that's fucking, you know the scope of the world that you live in, so you know that would be psychotic. You know that would be crazy because you know the dimensions and the dynamics of the world that you exist in, right? So when someone approaches you with a certain rhetoric and you know the dimensions and the understandings and the levels of the world that you live in and what has been the consistent consensus in the world that you've lived in for so long, you how can you have to understand that this person is giving you unrealistic, unfounded information, or they're at the other hand trying to lead you astray and trying to point you in a different direction or something. It's like it's like how the gunshot that killed Martin Luther King came from right down where, like, down on the ground right there, but everybody pointed and looked that way. Misdirection, and that's intentional. So if somebody's intentionally misdirecting you, then we need to have a conversation about that. And in my opinion, I feel like there's a group of people who are intentionally misdirecting you. And they have nothing to stand on but that misdirection. Their audience, these guys' audience, and I'm gonna say this in the beginning of my video, these are niche pockets. This is not black Twitter. This is not black America. These people have a niche. They have a pocket that they stick, and I'm gonna get to these pockets. They have pockets that they stick in, and they throw haymakers from that corner. You know what I'm saying? They throw haymakers from that corner. Now, when you see them try to stand in the middle of the ring and go toe to toe with people, It's usually someone inadequate with information so that they can look smarter, which is very intentional as well, to put a lesser challenger in front of them. It's very intentful, right? So that their information looks even more valid. Or they probably just don't even engage in any kind of discourse or any kind of conversation. But now let me speak about names and who I'm talking about. Umar Johnson, Boyce Watkins, Tammy Sotomayor, even sometimes Farrakhan. And I know y'all gonna jump in my comments and be mad because I'm black and got something to say about the minister, but that's how I feel. This is my channel, this is my opinion. I know what I've seen over the years. I know what I experienced on this planet. Y'all not gonna Mandela affect me. So let's get to it. When it comes to mainly who just annoying the fuck out of me, bro, you so fucking lame. Got this Umar Johnson character, man. Like, and you gotta understand, guys. I'm from Sonetta TV. I used to love Ali Muhammad and even the brother Polite before Polite went rogue. I was very much into brother Polite. Just coming up as a young brother, just watching these brothers give knowledge. Nobody was my God. I wasn't a follower of their groups or anything like that. Just just watching young black men, create a space where they can give knowledge and learn and talk about things that we never really been talking about in our community, which is beautiful. Shout out to Sonetta TV. And that's how I got into the bigger giants like Phil Valentine and Bobby Hemmett, and Dilbert Blair and Khalid Muhammad and Farrah Gray and Riza Islam. I got into some of the bigger giants earlier, because I was looking at some of these young brothers and understanding where they got a lot of their information from. And like Brother Larry and Blue Pill, Red Pill, like a lot of contrasting information, but a lot of times these brothers met at the same end of the road, which was always beautiful. But then a lot of conversations started to get had about people getting back to the honest truth about our indigenous claim and not claim, but just the truth about our families and the truth about the Geechees, the truth about the people in Louisiana, the truth about what the Mississippi really represents and the tribes that was along the Mississippi and the things and the relics and the monuments and the things that are still along the Mississippi, that I'm not gonna go into these things so much yet. But when you got guys like Umar Johnson who tell you, and I'm not gonna stray, I'm gonna try to keep this very concise. When you got guys like Umar Johnson who tell you that Africa is the key to everything, right? He tells you that it's this Pan-Africanism and that our roots lie there, right? I'm looking directly at the camera when I say this. This guy is a sham. He is a fraud. And he directly works for people who want to kill, maim, destroy. He is a part of that group, Umar. He is a part of that group who wants to trick you, simply put, who wants to mislead you and guide you into an understanding that is not only not true to you, not relevant to you, but also cheats you and makes it easy for others to confiscate what is rightfully yours. And if you own something and a charlatan, a snake oil salesman is trying to shimmy you up out of your possession, he is obviously not on your team. He is obviously not for you. He's obviously not for anything that you stand for. He's not for your well-being. He's not for the production and the growth of your group or particular species. There's no way. There's no way that the main thing that's mine is what you're preaching against, Umar. Umar, you and I'm very clear about what I'm saying, so people don't try to like big Umar fans don't come in here and say I'm not saying nothing. No, I'm very concise and clear about what I'm saying. Umar's rhetoric goes totally against my indigenous claim, and it's not even a claim. That's my blood. That's my truth. It speaks. I have no African blood. I'm not related to none of my family looks like these people. Nobody in Africa, people, let me help y'all out. There's no families in Africa who are missing relatives that are here in the United States and they have tradition of this. Do you know that that is normal in Africa to have tradition, to have verbal tradition? Yeah, that's their actual culture. And to think that you're to kidnap their ancestors and families and that not to be a part of their linguistic, their literal historical culture that people were stolen from them is crazy. So you mean to tell them when the people got stolen, so did their memory of those people? You tell me an African family who has, and I'll throw you another curveball. Let's just get right to it to show y'all the deception of these people like Umar Johnson. When you look at the people in Sierra Leone, when you look at the people on that coast in that part of Africa, do you know where they claim to be from, people? They claim to be from the land of Turtle Island, the utopia of Turtle Island, before it was the United States of. That's where they claim that. That's where they claim their blood is from, their heritage. That's their verbal, like not mine, because I'm not one of the like. If you're trying to say, hey, you're making this up to come at Brother Umar, that is definitely. Well, then look it up and research it for your damn self. That is the key. Because a lot of you people who follow these people, y'all are just fans. Y'all just technically like the music, which you don't find anything wrong with. Just like you don't find anything wrong with the music you listen to about killing your own people, right? So you damn sure wouldn't care about some brother who gives you some kind of feeling of being so black power. Right? He gives you that feeling, right? That you can follow him and say you're a follower of Umar, right? Because he goes so hard, right? And he goes so hard with misinformation. He goes so hard with not the truth. That is not the truth, Umar. And there's plenty of people, not me, YouTubers, men of great ilk, of great science and great history and plenty of years in their field that has been saying the same thing. I am a person of culinary background in college. I've done enough research to outthink you in 11 minutes and 52 seconds of my 13 minutes and 54 seconds of my damn video. To tell you that you are wrong. There are actually African nations that claim to be from here. We're not even addressing that. But there are no African nations that claim to be missing any ancestral people from here. We don't look like them. We're not physically built like them. None. Now, are there some of them that came over? Yeah, blood is blood, and it gets mixed in. Of course, there's African Americans. Or look at that turn. Look how y'all tried to trick me real quick. See, and that's how we're programmed. I'm glad I did that. I'm not going to edit that out because that shows how we are. We're not African Americans. That doesn't even make any sense. I just oxymoroned myself. This is a proof on cam. Look at what they did to us. But there's indigenous Americans who have mated with Africans. Yes, I'm not saying that we haven't mixed over the years, But what I am saying is, we are indigenous to Turtle Island, and to listen to rhetoric like and you got, like I said, they programmed you. That's the same thing that Umar's doing, repeating the same things, and then repeating very racial, not highly profile. Let me very because black and white people dating and all that stuff has been an issue since hanging motherfuckers has been an issue. So, this is the thing. Umar, this is why you're wrong about interracial dating. Why is Umar wrong? Ooh, juicy. Ooh, do you want to lay down with the white man? You gonna lay down with the white woman, huh? Well, I have. 2 of my kids are half white. But I have a very clear stance on this. If you wanna, if you're still watching, because you're just like, oh, you a hypocrite. Oh, you lay down with the. Let's talk then. Let's get into it. I'm gonna help you guys with something that if you wanted to make me mating with a white woman an issue, like Brother Umar does. Okay? Let's get to it. I've contributed more to my race than Umar has. I've stopped a white woman from procreating with another white person to make more white people against us. And because of my actions and because of other actions like me, other black men's actions like me, white people are actually depopulating. So if it was war, I'm on the front line. Shout out to my kids. Daddy loves you. So if we were at war, I'm on the front lines. I'm using my physical body and my spirit to bring other spirits into this world. Now, have I heard the rhetoric about the mulatto being the most dangerous, especially when the mother is the white one, because the kids are always going to go with the mother, right? So now you got black people against black people, right? Huh? I've heard this ideology. I can my kids identify as black. I don't know how you want them to identify, but they are black. So they identify as black. They can't identify as white if they wanted to. So while you're running your mouth, Umar, I've already contributed. I've already stopped the growth of another white male and a white woman. And so have other black men who date white women. And that's why they are actually depopulating. They're not depopulating Umar by you making racist comments. They're depopulating because we're fucking them out of existence, Umar. So Umar, you're an absolute fucking idiot on all fronts that you speak. It's not just you. It's Tammy Sotomayor. Hey, Tam. Hey, Tam. Hey, Tam. It's Tammy. It's Boyce, Moisey Boys. Hey, Moist Boys. Hey, boys. Boys, all boys' pictures are like this. Hey, boys. Boys. Vibing. Shout out Alvin Preach. Vibing. Are you vibing, boys? Boys, you a bitch. Moist Bockins. Anyway, I'm done insulting these fucking guys. I'm just telling y'all that they're not using logic and they're misleading you. They hate black women. They do. It's what they talk about the most. When really, how can you hate who runs the world? You know how they always try to say that pop culture is based on black people and everybody's doing everything based on being black? That's not true. It's actually based on a black woman and their ideas and everything they keep coming up with and innovating. That's what pop culture is really based off of. As I said in my previous video, Rihanna runs the makeup world, not Kylie Jenner. It's a black woman, not an Armenian. I mean, what we do is evident. Now, who owns the major companies is why things are the way they are. And we subscribe to these major conglomerates. It's why they're so willing to ixnay everything if we don't stay in line with, like, when, you know, we waking up. Like, that's why, you know, I can go into that. It's my channel, say what I want. That's why I think the end of the world always happens for every civilization. Because the powers that be see the people waking up and they're like, fuck, we got to kill them all again. And then they create just enough of us to serve them, but then we start to overpopulating. Not over, because that's their ideology. See, they're trying to they make us use their words again. No, us being here is just being here. We don't even live in a quarter of the United States as a total. Everyone in the United States of America can live and fit in the state of Florida. Think about it. Florida's not even bigger than California, and I didn't even use California. Florida's not bigger than Texas, and I didn't even use Texas. Everyone in the you got to understand this, people, why they try to make you think we're overpopulated. It's too many of us. Everyone in the United States of America can live and fit in the state of Florida alone. Sink that in, people. Sink that in. That's the square mileage. That's how big a fucking state is. So when they try to tell you we overpopulate all these things, no, we're not. No, we're not. There's just too many of us to be able to kick their ass. And they not being human. There's too many of us to be able to whoop on them. They don't fucking want that shit. They rather off you, kill you, ixnay you, eat your ass. They don't really, because they function on mathematics. They don't have what you have. It's why they hate you. Okay? It's why they hate you. They hate you and they want to kill you because they cannot reincarnate. They don't have souls. A lot of these entities, once they're done, they're done. That's why they live for so many thousands of years. That's why their societies had to generate and come up with how to live like how we used to. This is a degeneration. We used to be giants. Am I saying too much? It has to do with your pituitary gland. Your pituitary gland. They fucked with it so that you're this size. You're not big enough. You're not strong. You can't do it. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers was smart. All these trees that were big, man, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Y'all don't. See, I tell y'all, these people be lying to y'all. Umar, Tammy Sotomayor, Boyce Waggers, because they're not talking about this. They're not talking about what we used to be, how we truly used to be. They going off white folk shit and some old encyclopedias and shit, man. These people ain't really trying to tell you nothing. These people trying to keep an audience. They trying to keep fans. And that's what it is, fans, like music. That's what they want from y'all. They want y'all to be a fan. Because fanatics is what they do. Fanatics will jump in somebody's comments and just go off even though they hearing something new and hearing the truth. And hearing what's really piped down, what's really coming through, hearing a nigga pushing P. And a fanatic will jump into your motherfucking comments because they're a fan of that person. But a person listening with discernment will hear new information and be discerned. But we'll, you know. It's how it is. We'll cook on that later. See, it didn't take for me to put a bunch of clips of Umar in my video, how I do reaction videos to everybody. It didn't take for me to put a bunch of clips. And actually, I'm going to just go edit out the one thing that I said I edit out. Y'all going to see, I'm going to stay true to my word. Y'all only going to see one edit in this video because I know how YouTube is with the algorithm. And I had slipped up and said that one word. So, but that's the only edit y'all going to see on this shit because I know I spoke the truth. I know I spoke the absolute truth, not my truth. I'm talking about the truth of the people. Does it sound like my truth benefit us being here right now? Does it sound like my truth is conducive to us here now? or does it sound like Umar's truth is more conducive to us here right now? Because I was very clear about what I'm stating about where Umar Johnson is wrong. Mr. Pan Man. I'm very clear about that. So let's not mix my words. Let's not play around. I'm telling y'all exactly what I mean. These are people who are leading you astray, and they obviously do not have your best interest at heart. They obviously work for someone if the research is there that we've been here this long, and actually null and voiding the fact that we've been everywhere for that long. So it's even a misnomer to try to say, you know, it's semantics to say like, oh, we African, or we not, or we this, or we... Dude, that's real funny when... Look at the people in India, they black. Look at all the people in the Middle East, they're black. Everyone's brown. Even the Asian folks, especially their previous dynasties, were all brown. Look at the Aborigines, Australia, they're brown. Look at the Hawaiians and the more proper word for them is the Polynesians. They're brown. So it's a misnomer, and it's just messing with semantics to try to just say we're from Africa. It's just real silly. It's like I said, it's purposely misleading. It's what they do. They know what they're saying. They know what they're doing. They know how they're coming across. And giving inaccurate information on purpose, giving half-truths on purpose is what they're doing. Because you're saying someone is from somewhere when we're from everywhere. But now you're purposely specifically talking about the black man, woman, and child in America, and this is the only place we're not from, brother Umar. They talk about the Scots Irishmen, the Black Irish. They talk about everywhere. We were everywhere. They talk about how Greece was black before they started making it whitewashed. Like we know all these truths and histories, but even the Mongolians were of a brown skin, not darker, but of a brown, tan complexion. Like they weren't Caucasoids, even the Mongolians. So, what are you saying again? It all sounds good, brother. But you stand on nothing and you stand alone. This video is not, and I'm like I said, actually, I can care what you think this video is for. This video is for the people. This video is for our people. This video is for the Choctaws, for the Cherokee, for the Seminoles, for the Blackfoots. For all of our ancestors who are buried here for eons. For all of our kings and queens buried in those mounds. That's what this is for. This is for all the people with the fangs still. It's for all the people with the 6 digits and 6 toes. It's for all the people with the 2 rows of teeth. I know my history. I know my blood. I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Don't misdirect us now. Because you got guys like me gonna show it, gonna keep you on point. I'm gonna let y'all get back to it. I love y'all. This video is in love. And to our people. And I just wish y'all the best. And I don't want y'all to be a fan of nobody. And y'all can tell the way I talk, I don't look for that. I got subs. I don't got thousands. I don't got hundreds of thousands. But I do have an audience. And I have a big audience. I have hundreds of people who listen to me. I have hundreds of people who watch what I post. So the size of the audience don't matter. When you do have a big audience, when you do got 800 people follow you like I do, that subscribe to your channel, you have a responsibility and a duty. He said duty. You have a responsibility and a duty to say the right things, to do the right thing. Not to get monetized, not to say, oh, jump in the super chat, send me money, this is my Snapchat, this. No, and keep being shock jocks. The people want real substance, and it's not fair that you guys are liars. It's not fair that you guys are charlatans and snake oil salesmen misleading the people. You guys should really be ashamed of yourselves. And one thing you can tell what God they worship, because they're not afraid of dying lying. It'll tell you what God somebody worship when they're not afraid to die lying to you. I love y'all. Once we all up, it's stuck like that.